How's it going, guys? Jack from UK Barra Conversions here, and today I'm behind the camera just quickly showing you a video on the Raptor camera, specifically on the Mk2. So as you can see, the camera's already attached just here. I'm not going to go into too great a detail as to how to attach that because it's quite self-explanatory, pretty straightforward. One of the most important things is just make sure the camera and the weight itself are going through the left-hand hopper, so that's the split side, just to make sure that you don't get in a tangle. Now we've got the boat on, we've got our remote on here, and we've also got the screen turned on, so you've got a power button on the side of the screen, and the screen itself is already attached to the remote. Again, pretty self-explanatory, so I won't go into too much detail as to how to do that. But first things first, before you go too far, make sure your left-hand hopper is open. So if your hopper isn't open already, make sure you've got that open, because otherwise you're going to get into a spot of bother when you try to drop the camera. Now, in order to power the camera up, what we're going to do, I'm just going to move the remote away a bit better so you can see the screen a bit better. We're going to press the downward arrow and you'll see go camera power. So if you press go, that means camera will power up. And if you want to exit, you press exit. So if we press go, you'll see the camera will now boot up and it's ready to go. Now, if you're finding that your quality is a bit poor or you're getting complete fuzzy screen, you can actually cycle through the channels. You can cycle through them manually using the the plus and minus keys on the side. If you get a bit lost, you can actually press and hold the positive and it will search for a channel that's suitable. It's a bit like searching for a radio station in your car, and it will automatically go through. It will take a good few seconds sometimes, but it will go through and it will find a suitable channel where you can then actually get a decent quality and a decent picture on the screen. Sometimes you have to cycle through this every now and then, depending on venue and area. It can often change. And another thing you can also do, you can also insert an SD card, and you can actually also press this little record button, so you can actually record the underwater footage and play it back on your SD card. So what we'll do is we'll pop the boat in the water, we'll try and get a bit of underwater footage if we can. Okay, so there you can see the boat just in the water just over here, and here we have our camera and everything set up. So you're operating the camera with the right hand toggle, so the one that you usually use to operate your hoppers, but of course whilst you're in this setting the hoppers are going to be inoperable, so just bear that in mind. And it's super simple. It's an up and down movement, so obviously down is to lower the winch camera, up is to go back up, but it will rely on your movement. So pressing down once won't send it down automatically in one hit, so you just hold down like so. Now, I'm not expecting to see much. You can see there's a bit of a branch there. There's the bottom. And again, you can adjust so we can lift it bit by bit, as you can see. The water here is pretty clear, so we can get a good view as to what's down there. But unfortunately, where we are, there isn't really too much to look at. This is just a sort of little test lake that we've got. You've also got your depth reading on the right hand side, so obviously once the winch cam's physically in the water, that will show you the depth of the winch cam. And you've also got a temperature reading just there as well. So we'll move the boat to a slightly different location. We'll go just here, see if there's anything over here. Unfortunately, as I thought, probably not too much to look at, but it gives you an idea of the picture quality and what to expect from the camera itself. It's really easy to use. It's a nice little simple attachment at the top of the screen, so it's not too bulky. It's not too sort of going to obtrude into anything at all. But again, yeah, I'd love to show you guys some fish or something like that, but where we are here, there's absolutely no hope of that. But yeah, you get the idea. Super easy to use, and again, we'll go all the way back up. And if we want to exit back off this and go to your normal screen, you're just simply pressing exit, and you will see obviously the screen itself will power back off, and you'll return back to your normal sonar screen.